Good morning students. Once again welcome back to computer science class. In the last class we discussed about operators. What is an operator? How many types of operators we have? And what operators the C programming support. Okay. So what is an operator? Operator is a symbol which is used to perform some arithmetic and logical operations. Okay. Which is used to perform some arithmetic and logical operations. What example I have given? C equals to A plus B. Okay. C equals to A plus B. In this, these two are called as operators and these three are called as operands. Okay, so operators perform some arithmetic and logical operations on operands. Okay, and how many types of operators we have? Unary, binary, ternary. What is a unary operator? If operator is operating only on one operand, that is called as a unary. If operator is operating on two operands, then it is called as a binary. And if it is operating on three, that is called as a ternary. So based on the operands, it is means based on the operator is dealing with the operands. Based on that, we have a three types of operators: unary, binary, ternary. Okay. Now, how many? What type of what operators the C programming supports? Okay. The first one is arithmetic. Okay. Arithmetic operators: plus, minus, multiplication, division, module. These are the arithmetic operators the C programming support. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and module. And what relational operators the C programming support? Less than or equals to, greater than or equals to, double equals to, not. These are the arithmetic operators. Next, relational operators. Logical and, logical or, logical not. These are the logical operators supported by the C programming. Next, one more operator I have explained in the last class, that is the assignment operator. Okay, assignment operator is used to assign value to a variable. Okay, so here there are two, this is single equals to, it is a double equals to. This single equals to for assigning a value, example A equals to 10, means 10 is assigned to A. But if you are giving A equals to 10 here, we are comparing whether A value is equals to 10 or not, comparison operators. That is a difference. And here this will use the relational expression. Okay, when we'll discuss about the decision making statements, at that time again I will explain this comparison. Okay, these operators we completed in the previous class. Okay, what is an operator? Types of operators and what operators the C programming support. That list also I have given in the last class. And today we'll discuss about the remaining, means what operators we didn't covered in the last class, that operators we'll discuss now. Out of that, only 4 operators I have explained. Now the next operator is a compound assignment operator, that we'll discuss now. Now, it's a compound assignment operator. The next operator is a compound assignment operator. So, in compound assignment operator, what we use is one binary operator, one operator and one equals to. Okay, one operator and equals to. Understood? One arithmetic operator actually it is. One arithmetic operator and equals to sign. Clear? So here means two operators we are using. Okay. So in a compound assignment operator, whatever operators you are using, that are nothing but the binary operator only. So that binary operator consists of one arithmetic operator and one equals to assignment operator. Okay. Here A plus equals to 1, which is equals to A equals to A plus 1. Means you can write A equals to A plus 1 like this also. So this is a compound. Here one equals to and one operator, one arithmetic operator. Clear? So this is called as a compound assignment operator. So it is a binary operator where we are using a two operators. One is the arithmetic operator and the second one is a equals to operator. Okay, means you can use arithmetic and a relational operator also you can use. Okay, so like this you can give greater than or equals to, but that is a comparison, that is different. But here maximum will use arithmetic operator only, which is equals to like this. A plus equals to 1 is nothing but A equals to A plus 1. You can write like this also. Okay. example, this is a arithmetic actually. But this arithmetic you can write like this also. Then it is called as a compound assignment operator. Clear? Then the next operator is increment and decrement operators. Increment and decrement operator. Now, here we will discuss about the increment and decrement operator. The next category is increment and decrement operator. Okay, so here this is called as a, first we will discuss about increment, next decrement. This is called as a increment. It will increment the operand value by 1 and it will decrement the operator value by 1. Okay, so increment means it will increment the operator value. Example, a equals to 10. If it is increments by 1, then a value equals to 11. If it is a equals to 10, if it is decremented by 1, then a value equals to 9. Okay, means it will increment the operand value by 1 if it is an increment. If it is a decrement, then it will decrement the operand value by 1. So here also there are two types in increment and decrement. Increment, here pre-increment, post-increment. Okay, example, a equals to b equals to a plus plus. Here first variable operand, next operator is there. So this is called as a post-increment. If you are writing like this, b equals to plus plus, both are valid, it is called as a pre-increment. Okay, so what is the difference then? If it is a post-increment, then variable is assigned to another variable, left hand side variable, then the value is incremented. Okay, means here a value is assigned to b first, then the value is incremented. If it is a post-increment, if it is a pre-increment, here a value is incremented, means a value is 11, then it is assigned to b. Okay, value is incremented, but the way of increasing a value is different. First value is transferred and assigned, then the value is incremented. If it is a post-increment, if it is a pre-increment, first value is incremented, then value is assigned to another variable. That is the difference. Next, in decrement also, suppose a value is 10. If we are using the decrement operator, decrement is also again pre-decrement, post-decrement. If we are writing like this, a b equals to minus a. So a value is decremented first, means a value is 9, then it is stored in b. That is a pre-decrement. If b equals to a minus. First a value is stored in b, then it is decremented by 1. Okay, like 9 you will get. So both methods are same, but the value is assigned first or first value is incremented. That is the difference. If it is a post increment or post decrement, first value is assigned to a left hand side operand, then it is performs the operation. It will be increment or decrement. If it is a pre, first value is modified, then the value is assigned to a left hand side operand. That is the difference. Okay, now we will write one example program using the increment and decrement operators. Each and every operator you should write one example program. Some preprocessor command, main function. Next, here enter data type, a equals to 10, b equals to a minus, printf, percentile d, it is an integer, so I am giving percentile d. If it is a float, we used to give percentile f. Now I am printing b. This is a simple example program. Take screenshot of this. Increment means it will increment the operand value by 1. If it is a decrement, it will decrement the operand value by 1. Okay, increment and decrement. Now, the next operator is conditional operator. conditional operator. Conditional operator means, example, I want to check whether I am giving a two operands and I want to check which operand value is greater than. Then how will you will give if A greater than B. Then will print A value, else will print B value. Okay. Example, the simple decision making statement when two operands are involved. So here how many lines of code you are writing? 4 lines. Okay. Same code you can implement by using the conditional operator. Here we use the two operators, question mark and colon. Okay. So here we can give the condition if A greater than B. That by using a operand. Example, C equals to A greater than B. Example, question mark A colon B. Okay. So here what happened? First we'll check which value is greater. This condition is evaluated first. A value is greater than B or not. That first that is evaluated. If this condition is true, the first value stored in C. If this condition is false, the second value is stored in C. Means the given condition is true, the first value is stored in a resultant variable. If the condition is false, the second value will be stored in a resultant variable. That is the difference. Means this entire code you can write in a single line by using a conditional operator. This is very, very important. You can expect this question in short also. Okay, conditional operator is a combination of two operators. One is a question mark and the second one is a colon. Okay, question mark is used to separate relational expression and variables, operands. If this relation expression is true, then the first value is stored in C. If this relation expression is false, the second value is stored in a C. Okay, but where will use this conditional operator? If you have only limited number of conditions, few number of conditions, then there you can implement the conditional operator. It is also called as a conditional statement. Okay, so this is the next operator. And sometimes, means not sometimes, frequently they used to ask this question in only conditional operator in short. Okay, now we will discuss about the next category of operators. First we will write example program, then we will go to the next operator. As include stdio.s, standard input and output and file, main function. What is the use of the main function? It starts the program execution. So here I am giving a two variable, a equals to 10, b equals to 5, and the data type of that is int. Means both are integer type. Here I am giving one more variable, I am giving c. C equals to a greater than b, then question mark a colon b. So means the result, whatever result is there, that is stored in a C. Now I am printing that C, printf %d C. Take screenshot of this. Next we will discuss about bitwise operators. Now, let us bitwise operators. What are the bitwise operators? Bitwise operators. Actually, what are the bits? See, whenever you are storing a 10 in the system. 10 is a decimal. So, if you want to store that into a binary in the system, if we need a binary format. So, we are converting this into a binary. So, 2 5s are 10, 0. 2 2s are 4, 1 reminder, 2 1s are 2, 0, next 2 0 1. So when you are storing 10 inside the system, actually in the binary format how it will store in the reverse order, 0 0 1 0 1 0. So wherever whenever you want to store, so in place of 10, this 5 bits are stored in the system because the system will understand only the binary format. So binary is nothing but it is a collection of bits, zeros and ones. So these are called as a bits. So whenever you enter 10 from the keyboard, so in place of 10, what will be stored inside the system? this binary format stored in the system. So this is called as a binary. So binary language is a collection of bits. So here each and every digit is called as a 1 bit. Okay. So now we are discussing about bitwise operators. Means now whatever operators we are going to use, that operators are used to manipulate the bit level content. Binary content is used to manipulate binary content, bit level. Okay. So here we have a list of operators. Only one or two operators I will explain because it is bitwise. Okay. Means in the depth you have to discuss. Right. So when you come to a class, again I will explain that. Time being I will explain 2 or 3 operators, bitwise operators, because it is these are the operators which are used to manipulate data at bit level. Okay. Right. Here you can note down the operators. It is a right shift, it is a left shift, and it is a bitwise R. Yeah, bitwise R, X R it is. Next it is a complement, bitwise complement. Next it is bitwise AND. It is bitwise R. This is already we used in the logical operators. Even though you note down, I will explain this again. Now we'll discuss about operator, right shift. See example. As I already explained, these bitwise operators are used to manipulate data at bit level. Okay, so here we'll take example of this only 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. So right shift means it will move the bits 2 places forward. So how many places we have here? 0, 1, 0, 0. Example. Here this 1 is there. Total how many? 1, 2, 8 bits will take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Example, this 1 is, this 0 is, this 1 is there. It will move 2 places forward. So here 0, 1. Actually this example is not suitable. I will explain with one more example. 16 will take. There I can explain with you. With the clarity I can explain. Example, you see. This is a binary format for 16. Okay? 16. If you convert 16, you can see 2 8 is 0, 2 8 is 16, 2 4 is 8, 2 2 is 4, 2 1 is like this. Okay? So 4 zeros, 1, 4 zeros. Just I am adding one more bit. If you want, you can add 2 more bits, no problem. 1 byte you can take. So here it is a 16. So if you are applying right shift, example this x equals to this one. You are applying right shift, x right shift. Then what happened? The bits are forwarded 2 places. Right side 0. 2 places forward means here 1 0 0. Right? This one like this. Example. Okay, so these zeros only, so there is no problem. So here 1 place. This actually this 5 bits. Here from the 5th place 1 2 3 4 5 5th place it will come to 3rd place 0 1 3. 3rd place is the first, second, 4th, 5th lines. 2 places forward. Now you convert this into a decimal. 2 to the power of 1, 2 to the power of 2, 0, 1, 2 to the power of 2. 2 to the power of means how much? 4 you will get. Okay. So actually when we'll use this, this type of operator when we'll use? When you want to divide any value by 2's complement. Okay. Okay. When you want to divide a number by 2's complement like this. 2 to the power of 2. how much it is? 4. Then 16 by 4, 4 you will get. Okay, when you move a bit 2 places forward, then what happened? That whatever value is there, that is divided by 2's, where s equals to the number of places, like this, superscript. Okay, this is a right shift, and it is a basic, it is a bit level. Just a time being, you try to concentrate what I am explaining. Okay, so here right shift means whatever value is there, that is moved 2 places forward. If it is a left shift means 2 places backward. Okay, and this and are like a truth table. Whatever truth table you have in SSC, that truth table you can take. So for AND operator, you can use the truth table like this: 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So if it is a and B, then what happens? If 2 conditions are true, then only you will get a true. Otherwise, you will get a false. Okay, this is the AND. Means true, true, then only you will get a true. True, false. Only means at least 2 conditions true. Then only you will get a true result. Otherwise, you will get a false result. This step of already I have explained in a logical AND a logical OR. Okay, so logical also you can take like this. If at least 1 condition is true, you will get a true. 0, 1 to 1, 1, 0. 1 is a true here. Like this. Okay, if at least 1 condition is true, you will get a true result. If at 2 conditions true, then only you will get a true result in an AND operator. If at least 1 condition is true, then you will get a true in using a OR operator. Okay, so these are the bitwise: left shift, right shift, logical AND, logical OR. Next complement is there like this. If it is like this: 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, example is 60. Then how you will get 1, 0, 1, 1, 1 like this. Reverse you will get, wherever you have a zeros, there you will get a 1. Wherever you have a 1, you will get zeros. Okay, so that is a complement. The next one is special operators. What's special operators? The C programming support. Other than all these operators, whatever operators you have, all those will come under special operators. Like int a comma b comma c. Example: void main. So here this comma, it is not under any category what we discussed previously, and this comma, semicolon, and this brackets, these are called as a parenthesis, and this flower brackets and this square brackets. All these operators will come under special operators. Okay, so because these operators we didn't discuss about any category, so whatever operators we didn't cover in 7 categories, all those will come under a special operators. Here comma is used to separate a variable, and semicolon is used to end the line, and here this parenthesis is nothing but it is used to give the parameters, and whenever you are using a function in C programming, we will use this parenthesis, and we will use this in declaring an array. When you will get an array, at that time I will explain. Okay, so whatever operators we didn't cover in a arithmetic, logical and all will come under this special operators. And here one more operator is there, size of. Size of. Size of means, example, we have a int, float, character, string. These different data types we have. So if you want to find out what is the size of that data type, then we'll use a size of operator like this. Size of int, example, 2 bytes we will get. Okay, so this is about operators. What is an operator? How many types of operators? And what's operator C programming support? Okay, arithmetic, relational, logical, assignment, and conditional operator, increment and decrement operator, bitwise operator, special operators. Okay, so sometimes one operator like a bitwise operator, special operators, they may ask separately in a short. Okay, you can expect this question in short, or you can expect in essay. What you have to do is you have to write what is an operator, what types of operators we have, what operators C programming support. So if you are explaining about arithmetic operators, you give 5 examples of arithmetic operator and you write out one simple example program. And that simple example program I will explain in the live class. Okay. And next relation operator also you do same thing for each and every operator. You do the same thing. Programming part I will explain in the live class. Okay. Okay. Thank you.